Hi, welcome again. Today I'm going to show you how to use OpenLand's texture variation support with Megascan textures. So here we have using some texture I just downloaded from the bridge. You can see we can clearly see some texture repetition. So let me enable OpenLand's texture variation support. So it's just a flag in the material instance. You can see all the tiling effect is gone. So I can go closer. You can see how it looks like. This is a very efficient technique based on UV coordinates, and this works with almost all the textures. So let me show you some of them. Here we have a rocky surface, and let me enable the texture variation support. Now you can see all the texture repetition is gone. Here we are using a brick-like texture, so you can clearly see the repetition. So let me enable the texture variation support. You can see it's gone, and I can go closer. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So here's another brick pattern. Let me enable the texture variation support. Right, it's gone. You can see how it looks like from the above. We can use this technique with almost any kind of texture, and it's pretty easy to add to your own project. So let me show you how to do that. First, you need to have OpenLand in your project. So you can download it from Marketplace, or if you need to try it out or use in a non-commercial product, you can directly download it from GitHub. I assume you have already installed OpenLand in your project, so we can continue. By default, this is how the texture looks like. You can clearly see the repetition. Then I have opened the material instance on the right of my screen. Then I scroll down to the bottom, and here we have the parent material. So I'm going to double click this one, and I'm open the master material. So then I bring that into my main window. Then try to locate this styling section. Now we are going to add a new function over here. Right click on the editor and search for texture variations. So here we have a function called mf_ol_texture variation with params. So this is the version you need to use. I'm gonna double click this, and now I have this function. Then I click and hold Control and drag these wires over here to shifted UVs. Then I'm gonna connect this results tab over to this input UVs. Alright, this is simple as that, and just click save. Then if you go to the material instance, there's a new option called enable texture variations. So I'm gonna enable that. Now you can see it automatically apply the texture variation. Then I go up. You can see it apply some variations, and all the repetition is gone. So let's explore some options. Right. Then first thing we need to do is provide a height map to this function. And now we need to click this height map texture section. In Megascans, we call the height map as a displacement map. So I'm gonna drag this displacement map and put it over here. Alright, then now we have something called height map influence. We use this height map to blend between these texture variations. Try to play with this value, and usually if you put some higher value, it will nicely blend into the scene. And then we have random offset. So basically what we are trying to do is, see here we try to offset these textures, and that's how we get this variation effect. So that's one of the way. Another way is rotation. So we can rotate these textures randomly like this, and also we can scale them as you like. So basically you can play with these values and get the look you really want. And let's try this with a brick-like texture. Now you can clearly see it has tiles all over the place. So then let's enable the texture variation support. Right now you can see it try to randomize the rotation. In this case, it really doesn't look nice. So let's get rid of the rotation. So let's try to bypass this. And this is how it looks earlier, and here's after the fix. So here actually we only do the texture offset. So you can try to change this by using this random offset multiplier. So that's something up to you. And also you need to provide the height map as well, otherwise it doesn't blend nicely. Okay, and if you really like, you can give it a little bit of rotation, and of course we can try to randomize the scale like this, and try to play with these settings and get the result that you are looking for. Here we use some procedural noise and a randomness. Then it will add some cost to your material, but if you're using this on a PC, it's totally fine. There's no performance issue. But if you're targeting a mobile, there could be a performance issue. If that's the case, you have an option to use a baked version of all this randomization and all these settings. We already have a tutorial for that one. Check the link in the description so you can follow that if you really need this. Alright, so with OpenLand texture variation support, we almost fixed the texture tiling and repetition issue with Megascan textures. Alright, see you soon with something interesting. Bye.